let's say under your kitchen sink, you had a leak under your kitchen sink and that water sits there for more than 24 hours. And now you've got mold growth where you store all your hopefully healthy cleaning products. You've now got aspergillus, and that aspergillus is like, hey, this is a pretty good spot. I don't want any other molds to come in and take this. I'm going to eat this product and I'm going to convert this wood back into soil or whatever else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start farting, and I'm going to fart ochratoxin, and that ochratoxin is poisonous to other molds because I don't want them coming in and stealing my food. And then stachybotrus, the notorious black mold, can come in and say, no, this is my territory. I'm going to start emitting verrucarin, or I'm going to emit roridin. And these are different mycotoxins that they want to poison other molds. You're just the innocent bystander that happens to be in this very tightly sealed up home with drywall and tight windows and tight doors, and you don't have air purifiers, and you've got spray foam insulation. So you literally cannot get any exposure to dilute this crap. And then you breathe it in, it gets stored in your fat cells. The mycotoxins block your leptin receptors. So now you're never full. So even though you're eating all these great grass-fed meals, you never have satiety. So you run for the organic gluten-free cookie after dinner because you can't satiate yourself. It's because your leptin receptors are blocked by these mycotoxins. So you mysteriously put on 20 pounds and you don't know why. You're eating carnivore or keto and you're gaining weight and you can't lose weight. Your weight's not budging. Why? It's because the leptin receptors blocked. So this whole cascade happens often without you knowing. And then these mold farts are just, they're out there. So you breathe them in, they get stored, and then you measure them in the urine. Luckily, you can bind them up and pull them out of the body. Yeah. So one more comment on buildings, and then let's talk about the oat, because this is important. And I think people, if they don't get this part, then everything else is useless, which is you got to get your humidity under control. In the months November through February, it's gray, it's cloudy, it's wet. There's a lot of moisture here. So whole house dehumidifiers are a game changer. So if you're going to live in a drywall box like I am, whole house dehumidifier. So that's what we have in a brand called April Air. I'm not endorsing them. I'm not affiliated with them. That's just the brand we have, and they've worked really well. What they do is they hook up to your ductwork. So in our basement, in the unfinished space, we have these whole house dehumidifiers that hook up to your ductwork. I set them to 40%. My house is perfectly at 40% humidity, never a percent higher. And if it goes a percent higher, they kick on, they suck the moisture out. It runs a tube outside of the house to drip that moisture out of the house. You can easily go on Amazon, and this would be interesting for you with your Costa Rica place. I'm sure it's like 90, but you can buy a hygrometer and you can measure humidity. And if you see that your house, which is sealed up, if it's not open air, then you're sealed up. If you've got 60, 65, 70% humidity, you've got a problem. Mold growth is inevitable. So those little like GE makes standalone dehumidifier units, but you don't want that, because then you're going to argue over who has to drain the bucket of water like every 6 hours. It's going to get exhausting. So the whole house dehumidifiers, you never think about it. You set it and forget it, and your house will be perfectly maintained. Now, that doesn't fix if you have a leak. That's just for not allowing moisture to create mold. So those perfect days like today here, it's blue skies, it's like 70 degrees, but it's super humid. So it's not hot enough for the air conditioner to run, which is going to suck some moisture out. And it's not cold enough to run the heater, which would also suck moisture out. So the HVAC system is kind of in limbo right now, but it's like 80% humidity. So if that 80% starts seeping in, what's going to take care of that? What's going to prevent the 80 from coming inside and turning your 40 to 60 or your 40 to 70. So that's why whole house dehumidifiers in most of the country, in my opinion, are necessary building strategies.
Annotated and summarized, easy to share with loved ones. The description below the title for this video has these summary points.